It's my pleasure to be in our midst this morning, and as I stand on the existing protocol, I cannot but to acknowledge my immediate boss, who is here present, the very Reverend Kolade Fadansi, is the director of the Institute of Church and Society, Samonda. Please, you're welcome, and thank you for giving me this honor to represent you and represent the Institute. I also have my boss, one of our tutors here, and that is very Reverend Okumbisi from the Emmanuel College of Theology, Samonda. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here to speak, or we want to interact on freedom of religion, Christian perspective. And by the way of introduction, I want to say that this conference is very, very important and unique at this critical period in the history of our nation. And when I say critical period, we are all aware of what has befallen us as a nation. We are faced with the problem of corruption. It has eaten deep into every fabric of the polity in Nigeria. It is a serious challenge. Ethnic crisis and tribalism. It's a major problem in Nigeria today. Before you can get any tangible assignment, there is tendency for you to be asked, where are you from? Are you a Fulani man or an Hausa person? I need to say you are a Yoruba man, wani omo agboole ibo ni wo. There's a problem in our society. Unemployment, both for young people and the adults, a serious problem. Insurgency, and we've given it other names. We have banditry now. There are so many other vices in our society. Poverty and hunger. What are we going to say about lack of infrastructural development and the recent high level of insecurity? And so with all these problems, it requires only individuals or group of people who are patriotic to have created time for a discourse of this nature. And I must say that all the aforementioned problems are, in one way or the other, are linked with the topic of our discourse, freedom of religion. And religion itself is not evil. It's good. It's important. It's for our own good. So the theme of the conference is also very prompt because of the roles religion has played in the history and development of Nigeria. You all recall that through religion in Nigeria, we have what we call Western education. And many of our people through that, became literate. And we can boldly say that we are educated. It's important to note that religion has brought so many blessings to us and added value to our society. At the same time, this same tool, religion, has its negative impact and thereby makes some people to be skeptical on its relevance in our midst. Some leaders in our country sometimes we go say, possibly we should eradicate religion so that Nigeria will begin to experience peace. Our religious leaders call those people evil men. We call them pagans because of such statement. But we will get there. I'm a pastor, and I'm able to say that religion is not a problem, it's not evil. But those of us who practice religion are evil. The problem is that we do not have full understanding of what we profess. So we are too zealous without knowledge. Many of us have become fanatics, and we are oppressing one another in the name of religion. And so, this session, I will try as much as possible to focus on these 3 areas. The concept of freedom of religion, and henceforth I will be calling it FOR, F-O-R, the state of FOR in Nigeria. So when I say FOR, you know I mean freedom of religion. And the Christian perspective, and by the grace of God, I will try to conclude as soon as possible. So when we say freedom of religion, what do we mean? Freedom of religion is widely accepted as a situation in which people, generally individual group of people, are allowed to affiliate, practice, and express their religious conviction or beliefs without any form of restriction or coercion. So when we are saying freedom of religion, we are saying that people have chance, or they are given opportunity to say, I am an Ifa worshiper, without anybody looking at him in any other way. Somebody should be able to stand up in any society and say, I am a Christian, without shouting him down. Somebody in a family should be able to say, see, I am a Muslim, without speaking him down. And so, what is the benefit of FOR? When people are given privilege and opportunity to go by their personal conviction concerning the deity they have believed in, there will be peaceful coexistence. People will live together peacefully. Let me say this. How many of us seated here have seen God physically before? I know we have our fathers, the Ifa priests and others. We have Christians here, pastors. We have Muslims here. How many of us seated here have seen God physically with our eyes before? Okay, ẹ ṣé. Àwa mélòó nínú àwa tá a jókòó bí ó ní a ti rí Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè kojúkojú rí? Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tẹ́ wà nínú ẹ̀sìn ìbílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ wa tẹ́ jókòó bí, ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ olùṣọ́ àgùntàn, ẹ̀yin àǹtí wa àtẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ wa tẹ́ jẹ́ mùsùlùmí, mélòó nù wa láti rí Ọlọ́run lójúkojú rí? Ẹ mọ̀ wà látàní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀dẹ́ èèyàn. Àwa Ọlọ́run táàrí gbogbo wa la sì wọ́nà láti lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Kí wá ló dé táwa máa sọ yí pé tèmi ló dáa jù, tẹ̀ ló dáa jù? Ó dìgbà tá a bá tó fayé lẹ̀, a bá tó dọ́dọ̀ elédùà ká tó mọ̀ tó tọ́. Kí wọ́n rí táwa para wa lọ́sàn-án gan nígbà tá àti ìmẹ̀ni tó mọ̀nà jù. And so the problem is that many of us, we want to see God, we want to know God at all costs, and we are looking for every means to do so. So there is no need condemning any religion or anybody, because such an individual also has desire to worship a deity that he has conviction in. Development in every ramification of human endeavor will be feasible in a society where there is freedom of religion, there will be development. You will see infrastructural development. There won't be discrimination. There will be progress. Freedom of religion is a concept that actually protects human rights and dignity. And when we look at our constitution critically, Article 38 of the Nigerian Constitution, under freedom of religion, it clearly stated that every person shall be entitled to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, including freedom to change his religion or belief, to manifest and propagate his religion or belief in worship, teaching, practice, and observance. Number 2, no person attending any place of education shall be required to receive religious instruction or to take part in or attend any religious ceremony or observance if such instruction, ceremony, or observance relates to a religion other than his own, or religion not approved by his parent or guardian. In other words, our constitution puts it straight that Nigeria is a secular state. In the constitution, no religion is superior to another. So why is it that in some parts of this country, if you are not from a particular religion, you will not be recognized? Why is it that in many homes, you are decided if you say that you want to go for a particular religion? And so I said that religion is not evil. Those of us who practice religion are evil. I said the other time that religion itself should be a tool for development and peaceful coexistence when the adherents of each faith understand the doctrine or tenets therein. The major function of religion, according to Duncan, is to provide social cohesion, to help maintain social solidarity through shared rituals and belief, social control to enforce religious-based morals and norms to help maintain conformity and control in society. So that is the function of religion. So who is at fault? Religion, or those of us who practice religion? As it is, I said that in our constitution, no religion is superior to another. Presently, that part of the constitution is as good as white paper. Is not functioning because politically you see the influence of religion. You see in education some leaders will play around a particular religion, and so on and so forth. So that part of the constitution that is guiding us as a nation is not functional, is redundant. And our forefathers who worked for the independence of this country, I want to believe, had good intention for bringing us together, the North and the South. But is it actually working for us? Time will not permit me, but I want to say that somebody stated that Nigeria is a country of inconvenience marriage, or marriage of inconvenience. In the North, Arabic or Islamic religion had been in existence before independence, and it was part of them. In the South, predominantly traditional religion, African traditional religion was in existence. Before missionaries came, permit me to say this, that both Islam and Christianity are missionary religions, and those two religions, with due respect, if care is not taken, will lead us into another war if conferences like this are not taking place from time to time to call ourselves to order. And we have gone so far to the extent that other religions, we condemn them. And that is one of the problems that we have as a nation and as people, or as a people. And so states of freedom of religion in Nigeria, they are in 3 states. The freedom of religion in some part of the country is completely hindered. You dare not mention that you are a Christian in some communities, in some part of this country. They will kill you. There are some places in some part of this country, you dare not say you are a Muslim. They will destroy you. In some places in Nigeria, you dare not say you are an Ifa worshipper. Oh God, ọ̀sán pé Ṣàngó náà wọ tàbí Ògún. Kó tó fọ̀, wọ́n ti dá nǹkan ní ilé yẹn rárá. So kí wàá là ń wí. In some places in Nigeria, they give preference to a particular religion. Tó aláwọ̀ fẹ́ 20 acres of land báwọn fẹ́ fi kọ́ táwọn tí mo jọ́sìn wá fún wọn. Táwọn ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ mi ìbá débẹ̀ wá láwọn lè fún wọn. In that completely. In some places, freedom of religion is limited or restricted. And what do I mean? Yes, you can practice it, but this is an extent you can go. You are still being restricted. And of course, this last state of freedom of religion is common to everybody. Freedom of religion in Nigeria is being abused. Yes, it exists in our constitution. I said in some places it's being hindered, in some places limited or restricted. And this one is common everywhere. It is being abused. Let me start with Christianity. We go out all the time. We practice our religion and we disturb other people. In an attempt to say or to say we want people to listen to us at all costs. Something happened to me some times ago. I was sick and I was on drug. I needed to sleep. Yes, I'm a pastor. So I got to, do you know, for 3 days, tell me about the body àdúrà ní aago méjìlá. Lọ́sàn-án ni o, microphone àtúntìtì. And I said to myself, táwọn arúgbó bá wà ní àdúgbò yìí, tí wọ́n ní pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ so 8 hours in a day, ta ló ń pa wọ́n? Ogun ayé ni àgọ́ oṣó. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà ní ilé ìtìjú sùn. When you are in the bus everywhere, that's an angle. Ṣé àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì ni mo tún ẹ̀? Àwọn tá a jẹ́ Mùsùlùmí. Wákàtí márùn-ún wá gbọ́dọ̀ pé aago márùn-ún ìdájí. Kó tó da aago márùn-ún ìdájí mà ní 4:30 wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ṣé àbùkù tó bá pé èèyàn fún ṣé láìláà la máa ń pè ní ìdájí yẹn? Àṣùbà àti ìdájí ẹ wọlé kẹ́ẹ̀kírun. That should be enough. Ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti ẹ̀wà ládùúgbò fún ògbé. Yóò wà fi microphone àti on speaker. Yóò fi sílẹ̀. Tó bá ti sọ̀kan tán ní ọmọ sọ kejì. Àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké náà tún máa sọ. That is an angle. We abuse that freedom at the expense of our own welfare. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa ṣá. ẹ jẹ́ sọ àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn ìbílẹ̀, freedom of religion. Why is it that most times our stride ibi àìgbọ́dọ̀ rìn ní fáwọn ẹ̀dẹ́ ènìyàn kù? wọ́n ní igbó àìwọ̀ ni tí ọ̀bà wá sí dídẹ́ nìkan tó fi dáná tí dídẹ́ sì wà nínú igbó àìwọ̀, àyẹ̀bí náà àwọn èèyàn kú lọ, àwa ní igbó àìwọ̀ ni. ṣé ẹ̀sìn tiwáyé náà ó ti di wàhálà fún àwọn ẹ̀dá ènìyàn adarí wọn? And at a time, freedom of movement is also part of the freedom we should have. agbọ́dọ̀ jáde, ara ẹ̀sìn ìbílẹ̀ ní egungun wà. ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ mo lọ sí ọ̀nà challenge làwọn mọ́tò sọ pé ọ̀sẹ̀ tí ń bọ̀ wọ́n bí dákẹ́ gba bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ́ ọdún ọba ẹ má gba olóòlù ọ̀jáde tó náà lù bá fẹ́ jáde ìgboro Ìbàdàn fódìdí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan. wọ́n bí obìnrin dà nígboro afọ́bìnrin àjèjì kọjáde ìgboro Ìbàdàn kó rìn káàkiri àwọn àdúgbò àdárúkọ yìí, wọ́n á ní gbére ògbè. That's part of abuse of religious. At that point in time, people are restricted from moving from one place to another. And I also believe that our God is not kind for us. For both Christians, Muslims, and African traditional worshippers, the religion we are practicing, and we are saying that the blood of people must be shed, it shows we have no respect for human dignity. God who created us, olùdá, aṣẹ̀dá, amẹ̀dá wa, tó wá ní dandan ẹ̀yin bàbá wa nínú òòṣà tẹ́ bí wá sí oríṣiríṣi ẹbọ ló wà. ẹbọ tó ń fẹ̀yẹ̀ lè ṣe wa tó bá lé èèyàn ni wọ́n fi ṣẹbọ, Ọ̀rúnmìlà tó bá tó pẹ̀tù sí á tún sọ yí gbọ̀nà àbáyọ wà. So I'm just saying that. So and also in Islam, when we say that when we kill people, that is when God will accept our sacrifice. I believe that those who practice such are fanatics and they lack understanding, because God may not be carnivorous. So also Christians, you mustn't kill people until you practice your religion. Kò dìgbà tí ẹ̀sìn kẹ́sìn bá tó pààyàn tàbí tá a tó fi ara nira wa, onígbàgbọ́ ni, ẹlẹ́sìn Islam ni, ẹlẹ́sìn ìbáláyé ni, kò sì gbà tá a bá tó nira wa lára ká tó sọ pé à ń sìn lọ́hùn. Nítorí mo ń sọ nìyẹn, kò dìgbà tá a bá tó fara nira wa, kò dìgbà tá a bá tó para wa kú. Nígbà tá a bá wá para wa kú torí ẹ̀sìn, kíkan láwàá jábọ̀ fún ẹlẹ́dàá ṣẹ̀dá òun gan kò sí. Níbi tá a lọ nìyẹn kò sí. I saw the state of all. Now let me go to Christian perspective as I'm about to conclude. As Christians, Mark 16:15, put it right. Make disciples of all nations. That is why Christianity is a missionary religion. Go out. But listen, I said I'm a Christian and I'm a pastor. The problem we have is this: when we are asked to go out, make disciples of all nations, we are not asked to go and force it on people. And Jesus Christ in Luke chapter 10, read it and very clearly. He said, go out, preach the message of the kingdom to the people. Preach it. And he said, anywhere you get to, allow you. Student of the Bible, kí ló ní kó ṣe mẹ́? He said, just carry your shoe. Put the dust. Do you know the meaning? Putting the dust down, he say, kó wo ibi o bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Yẹ pẹ́ ṣe bàtà rẹ̀ yẹ. Gbọ̀n pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́. Kó ṣe kiri. The Bible says you should die there. The Bible says you should curse them. Leave. What Jesus Christ is saying there is that this message of the kingdom you are preaching is the message of what? Peace. So ibo láti wá rí líle kókó. Ibo láti rí ẹ̀sìn ìpàdé ńkú. And of course, in Matthew chapter 6 verse 6, when he was teaching them about the Lord's Prayer, he said, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kí Yorùbá wa tàbá lè ka ẹ jẹ́ ká ó ní bàbá wa tí ń bẹ ní ọ̀run. Kí a bọ̀wọ̀ fún orúkọ rẹ̀, kí ìjọba rẹ̀ dé, ìfẹ́ tirẹ̀ rí kí a ṣe ní ayé bí wọ́n ti ń ṣe ní. And I said to somebody somewhere, I told a congregation, church leaders, I told them in Akure, I said, when you don't experience God's kingdom on earth, what they do in heaven will be strange to you. Do you understand that? When you don't experience God's kingdom on earth, what they do in heaven will be strange to you, even when you get there. And it will be very difficult for you. If you don't experience God's kingdom on earth, it will be very difficult for you before you get to heaven. So that prayer that Jesus taught us is a serious prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. It's a prayer. Thy will be done on earth. So what is the will of God in heaven that should be done on earth? Peace is in heaven. Joy is in heaven. Satisfaction is in heaven. So when you are saying thy kingdom come, let the peace reign on earth. That will be done on earth. Let there be satisfaction. Do you know that many of our friends that travel abroad, they are not doing any better job over there than what we are doing here? And I do tell people, yes, God will come again. That is for our own palace, Christians. But is it only Nigeria that Christ is coming back for? Ṣé Nàìjíríà nìkan ni Jésù padà bọ̀? Ṣé kò ní dé fún àwọn Amẹ́ríkà? Kò ní dé fún àwọn Atlanta, Georgia? Kò ní dé fún London? Kò ní dé fún àwọn tó wà ní ibìkan tó wà táwọn kan ní Ọ̀ṣun state lára fẹ́ kóra wọn lọ nísìnyí? Dubai? Ṣé kò ní dé fún àwọn tó wà Dubai? Why is it only in Nigeria? All because of religion. And so it has penetrated into every aspect of our life. When I don't know the coordinator, when I was to write my name over there, I saw religion. Possibly it's for record purpose. At the Institute of Church and Society, we have advocated that if Nigeria is to move forward, two things must be removed from official documents: state of origin and religion. It should be removed. If you want to clap, clap, please. It should be removed. I served in Kogi State about 30 years ago as a corper. I happened to be the first corper myself and Abuja Bride. He came from Delta. I came from Southwest here. We happened to be the first set of corpers to serve in that community in the east of this country. Kogi State. They call the place Sharia under Oguma Basakomu local government. If you get to Dekina, you travel for another 3 hours in the bush. We live at the center of the market. There were traditional worshippers there. We got there. Yes, a Christian, but we got there. We gave people scholarship. We gave their people scholarship. We introduced them to education. We advocated for good water. We did a lot of things for them. Not as a Christian, not because I'm a Yoruba, but because I'm a Nigerian. And when I was coming back, the NYSC authority said, if we are not going to give anybody an award, these 2 people, we are going to single them out. And we were awarded in the history of that state the first set of copper to serve in the interior in Kogi State. Now, our younger ones, they are afraid of going to those places. And they too, they are afraid of coming into our midst. Are we still people created by the same God? Are we still Nigerians? Religion is actually putting us apart and is bringing us backward. And so, in Acts of Apostles, chapter 1, verse 8, Jesus said, and ye will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be a witness in Jerusalem, in Judea, Samaria, and uttermost part of the world. Look at it very critically. You will be my witness. It's not that you will be a noise maker. You will be a witness to the extent that wherever they see you, what you do, what you say, they will see that what I have in me is in you. You will be a messenger of the kingdom. You will be my witness in Jerusalem, your immediate environment. In Judea, the neighboring city. In Samaria, àwọn tó farajọ yín in uttermost part of the world. Many of us called Christians, we are not relevant in our immediate environment, not to talk of showing ourselves forth among our neighbors. There are people. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 14. The author of that particular epistle says, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which nobody can see. In other words, where there is no peace on earth, you don't have peace in your heart, you don't have peace with your fellow human beings, the kingdom of God is far from such an individual. Permit me to say, I want to thank you for your attention. God bless you.